DeAndre Jordan is leaving the Los Angeles Clippers after agreeing to a 4-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks.
The Clippers look terrible.
They just flat out don't have any money to go get anyone good at this point.
We had one priority this summer, and that was to re-sign DJ, and we missed out on that.
DeAndre Jordan is leaning toward saying goodbye to Dallas, sorry, but I want to stick with the Clippers.
The Dallas folks are distraught. They feel totally disrespected by this.
If you by chance turn to Twitter for answers on the DeAndre Jordan saga, NBA players are tweeting in code.
Chris Paul ended a Caribbean vacation to fly in. This is probably the craziest free agent story. This is unprecedented.
The Clippers in 2015 had just blown a 3-1 lead against the Houston Rockets in one of the biggest chokes in NBA history. It felt like they were onto something. Steve Ballmer owned the team now. Everything was supposed to be different. Doc Rivers was their coach. They had Lob City with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul. They get up 3-1 on the Houston Rockets and blow it. It felt like the Clipper curse hadn't really been saged and smudged away yet.
DeAndre Jordan a lot of times kind of felt like an afterthought. You know, he felt like he was capable of doing more, and frankly, he felt like he was tired of being the guy who got the brunt a lot of times of Chris Paul's demanding leadership style, you know, of Doc Rivers' demanding coaching style.
He had started to feel like he was being taken for granted. That, okay, I just do all the dirty work. I do all the rebounding and defense, and nobody really appreciates me. And I think that set the stage for what came next.
DeAndre Jordan has agreed to join the Dallas Mavericks with a deal that will eventually pay him in excess of $80 million.
The Dallas Mavericks sensed an opportunity, and I have to give a lot of credit to Chandler Parsons, who was an incredible recruiter. Like, I would almost have signed Chandler Parsons just so he could go recruit people.
Parsons drove down to Houston, met up with DeAndre. You know, they get a party bus, they go out in Houston, have a great time, filling his head with, hey, well, we can be great together. You're going to have such a bigger role if you come here.
They just had a brilliant recruitment. It was fast. It was kind of hot and heavy, almost like one of those reality shows, like if you're on The Bachelor and you have this courtship that's done in a very condensed time period, and then you get to the final rose ceremony and you get engaged and you're like, wait, do I actually want to marry this person? And I think that's what set the stage for why he said yes and then he said no.
Hours before he's expected to officially sign with the Mavericks, DeAndre Jordan is reportedly having second thoughts.
And Parsons starts us off by tweeting just an airplane emoji. So next thing you know, there's all kinds of emojis going. I think Chris Paul with a banana boat, and you know, the best was Paul Pierce, who got the clip art of a rocket ship. So Paul Pierce coming in on a cartoon rocket ship to save the day.
It seemed more exciting on social media, I think, than it probably was for the people there. All they were doing was just making sure no one from the Mavericks came in and tried to woo him back.
Cuban couldn't get him on the phone, much less to meet with him face to face.
Blake was posting emojis of like the door being locked.
People were making out, oh, the Clippers are holding him hostage.
DeAndre's already said he's coming back, and we just need to make sure that no one else sways him back the other way. But it was one of the first times that people realized how fun that medium can enhance the actual on-the-ground stuff. So I feel like we all got to be part of this very strange social media, real life rose ceremony from The Bachelor. But second thoughts, like we all got to be part of that in a way that was totally organic and I don't think we'll ever see again. What if I told you that the biggest story in the NBA might not be the decision, but DeAndre Jordan's indecision?